All right, everybody. So, first episode of TB's Carcast, podcast, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
We're in the car, sitting in front of the house. It's going to start rambling, really.
We definitely ramble.
Yeah.
We're a rambling
I don't know.
family.
I haven't thought about I've been thinking about a podcast for a while, and then lo and behold, my mother here is like, I got some mics. And I was like, oh, well, I wish I would have knew that when I started talking about it, but here we are now.
Am I the only one who, when you pull into the driveway, you keep your foot on the brake, even though the car is in park?
Yeah.
I am the only one?
Actually, no. I meant no, because when I pull up to like, that damn, like the parking lot,
yeah,
and the gas station, I sit there with my foot on the brake, even though I put it in park, and I'm like, bro, it's just muscle memory, honestly, because so many people, you learn the brake more than you learn the gas in driving. I feel like.
I don't know. I feel like I pull in, and then when I take my foot off the gas or off the brake, and it's in park, and the car keeps moving, I freak out.
Yeah, like when you put it in brake and then keep off, and then it goes like, yeah. I remember the time when I was with Grandma, and she thought she put her. Actually, no, it was me. I thought I put the car in park. And I went to get out to go inside the gas station, and it started coming back, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And
Grandma's car, or my car?
Your car.
Oh Lord!
I hopped back in there and like drove it back up to the spot. And I was like, "I ain't never gonna tell Mom this," and now here I am.
We speak and we don't judge.
Now here I am. Oh yeah, you said you wanted to do that too.
I did. I changed my mind.
That speaking don't judge thing.
I changed.
I've been wanting to do it with somebody, low key.
Well, go ahead. Let's do it.
What? We speak and we don't judge.
Yeah. You go first.
Well, you gotta be like, we speak and we don't. That
we say it together,
thing.
Right?
I think so, but I don't really know.
Well, we could do it our own way. Fuck everybody.
We'll probably be so offbeat. We speak.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go.
We speak and we don't judge.
What do I got?
I don't know.
Sometimes, low key, when no one's home and I'm watching a movie, I act like I'm in a movie. That's not horrible, but like,
I don't think that's weird. I don't think that's weird. When I'm cooking or baking a cake, I literally act like I'm on a baking show. Like, I can hear them in my head. Like,
I feel like everyone does that.
Oh, like, she's cutting on the cutting board. Did she remember to turn it over? And I'm like, fuck.
They're not going to taste it. I feel like there's not a single person who like doesn't act like they're at least in an interview once in their life. Like when I'm in the shower, I always act like I'm in an interview. Shit, I don't even care. When I'm talking to the soap bottles like they're asking me questions. I really am. And all I see is this from the soap bottle. I'm like, good question.
You said I give soap bottles their own personality.
Yeah, y'all wonder why I'm in the shower for an hour every day. I got an interview.
Oh, that's hysterical. You said I got an interview.
I'm on a radio show.
Why Zachariah tell me I'm a boring showerer? Because I don't play music in the shower.
Yeah, you do.
Sometimes I do, but when I'm in there for a reason, it's in and out. Because when we were growing up, we had one
bucket of water and one soap.
We had one main bathroom.
Yeah.
And, my dad would go in there and take a shit for 2 hours.
Oh, my God.
So we always knew not to even bother to shower around that time.
Yeah.
When he took a cigarette in the bathroom, you knew what was going on.
Yeah. I'm going to say like he was trafficking drugs in there.
Well, man, I don't know what he was doing.
Zach's the most awkward.
There's a whole window right there.
And if y'all don't know, Zach's my brother. I got a lot of siblings. I got an older brother, a littler brother, and then a little sister. Zach's the middle brother. He's my half brother. My little sister's like my only like fully blooded sibling. But Zach's a weird shower. His music is all types of loud, and then when he's in there, like he when he sings, like his deep voice overrides it all. Honestly.
Well, and there's no rhythm.
Yeah. Oh my God,
I hate it. There's a lot of mumbling.
I hate it. He makes me wish I never started dancing when he starts rapping. No. I'm like, Zach, if this is how you're gonna be, I'm never gonna dance again.
You're like, it's over. I'm done.
I'm like, oh my God, why is Kathy calling?
Well, because she wants to come over and do shit. The roads are fucking trash.
We're not about to have that happen.
She want to come over and do shit.
No.
I want to bring this to you. I love.
She the only one driving in this weather.
Crap, absolutely.
Only one.
The worst weather in Lifeland, and Kathy will be out.
Only one. Kathy is my basically god aunt. Low key. Basically my god.
My co-parent.
Yeah, for real.
Practically my co-parent.
Yeah, at this point. But yeah, Zach is Lulu. I'm glad that she don't got long hair no more because she won't like leave this fucking floor all types of drenched.
I just got sick of hearing about, could you get the hair out of the drain?
Oh my god. She acts like she got it out. She never got that hair out the drain. It was always me pulling the hair. And then she left the hair. And a nice treat for you in the corner of your shower. A ball of hair.
A big ball of hair.
I should like Lulu. And the toilet's right there.
Lulu has a ton of hair. Like, ton of hair on her head. So it's like...
Boy, are we glad she locked it up in dreads.
That's the fair truth.
I'm glad she locked it up.
You see my lips when I did that? It looks so funny. Watch.
Hey, yo! I'm not gonna do that because it'll fucking get us demonetized on YouTube. But.
I remember when your cousin Will got into the car and you were literally not even a month old.
And he decided to flame my shit.
Out of his mouth was, damn, he's got some soup coolers.
And that's what every girl says about me. Well, every time I'm in a relationship, they're like, you got some big ass, juicy ass lips. And I'm like,
well, I wouldn't say that because I'm your mom.
You think I don't fucking know that? But thank you. Like, I hate hearing about it sometimes. I'm like,
because
I know.
It's always what you hear about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it's not totally horrible. I could be one of these flat lip ass niggas out here. No offense, Mom.
Rude!
That
was so
I
rude.
Actually, low key, like, we listen to We Don't Judge. I went on a sneaky link one day, and that's the day I came in, like, at, like, 11:04 at night. Or, like, 11:30, and you were, like, asleep. And she wasn't a bad girl, low key. I'm not going to name drop or anything. But she wasn't bad. We were in the car. We were, making out and shit. And she was like...
Which car?
Her car.
Oh.
She was like, I know you're not used to, like, these big lip girls. And I'm like, your lips ain't any bigger than theirs, but I'll let you have that.
It's your story.
I said it in my head, though.
I
wanted to, like, let her, like, gas herself up. I'm like, sure, yeah, totally. Your lips are totally not small. I've never seen lips this big on a girl. And I'm like, yeah, my lips are, like, way overlapping hers. And I'm like, oh,
that's gross. God. I don't like that. I don't like tongue kissing either. Why the fuck do I want to taste what you had last week for lunch?
I don't know.
Get your goddamn tongue out of my mouth. If you just want to, like, kiss me and then put, like, the tip of your tongue in my mouth, I'm okay with that. But when you want to stick your goddamn tongue all the way down my throat, I'm not having it.
I don't know. I
will bite that shit
I feel like that's horrible. I feel like I kind of like it, low-key. Except for, like, when I eat buffalo chicken, and then, like, my girl come up to, like, kiss me or something, like, horror music plays in my head. Like, when I'm like, ring, 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 ring. And I'm like, and then when I kiss, I kiss, I'm like, I'm going to be single after this. Because all she's going to taste is buffalo chicken.
I haven't kissed anybody in 4 years, so I wouldn't have any idea.
I don't know. I've kissed a lot of people over the years. A lot of people. I say a lot, and it's actually been like 3 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're 17. I would hope it wasn't much more than 3.
There's 17-year-olds. There's 17-year-olds out here who have kissed 40 people.
I am 48, and I've probably kissed 7, maybe 10.
That's not bad.
No. After I got married, it was just your dad.
I hate hearing Zach and Leslie kiss. It makes me want to be single for the rest of my life, hearing them kiss, because it's annoying.
Are they loud kissers?
Oh my god!
Why is that necessary?
I don't fucking know, but
you got to make sure the whole room knows you're kissing over there.
I exposed Zach. I'm like, bro, you be grabbing your girl ass in the hallway. He's like, no, I don't. I'm like, nigga, I literally walked past you and you got a whole handful down there. And I'm like, I was going to dab you up, but not with that funky ass hand now.
You're too much.
Keep that shit to yourself,
You are too much.
I mean, we all have our little PDA in high school, except fucking Lulu, who's just acts like she's a saint. And like, PDA, and I'm not going to do that in the school hall. I feel like my sister's like a tyrant in the relationship. Like,
no, I feel like she is... She wants to treat you like a princess, but doesn't care kind of how you treat her. But she's learning. She's really learning because she's been asking a lot of questions about, is this normal in a friendship? Is this normal in a relationship? And because of her NBLD, I like that she's asking questions like that. Because then she's not getting things misconstrued or putting in so much time because she doesn't understand the semantics of the friendship. it's better that she asks so that we can help her be like, no, that's not fucking normal.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and I'm glad she's doing that too. I can't really lie because I was sick and tired of hearing her come out like home with stories and like just me kind of sitting there like kind of being like okay with it. But now she's like coming to me a lot more with it. Me and her are way past that arguing phase. We have our little like
spats.
Yeah, but it's nothing like super. I be telling a lot of people like you and your sibling are gonna get over this arguing shit.
We did. Todd and I used to fight all the time, and then I invented this thing called the kicking fish because he was handsy. My brother was very handsy, so I would lay on my back and just start kicking and swinging, and then he'd leave me alone.
I wish I could do that. Zayden was fucking Johnny Bones Jones from the UFC and would grab my shit and yank me.
Well, it doesn't help that you're like fucking lanky as shit.
I remember when Lulu did the kicking fish on me.
Yeah.
And her bottom of her heel like went straight into my chin.
Did you cry?
No, I almost killed your daughter though.
Where was I?
We were in Ariel's old house in Muskegon.
Oh wow, that's a really old house.
Yeah,
it
she was really
amazes me
young.
Sometimes your memory, because like you'll remember shit when you were like a year old, and I'll be like, God damn.
I don't know.
You said that your awareness came when you were born.
Yeah,
you said you went from dark to light. So
that's what like I was aware. I can't say I really came into like consciousness and like, oh my god, this is that. Nah,
I've been here before.
It came around when I was like 4, when my eyes started going bad.
Yeah.
And then I was like, shit, here we go.
Well, and I felt so bad because you were like, Mom, I can't see. And I'm like, you're fine.
I was all up on the TV.
And then the closer you got to the TV, the more I realized my baby might be blind.
I couldn't get close enough. Like I was like on the TV.
Like,
and
what's on?
Mom was like, why are you that close? I'm like, I cannot see. And you're like, yes, you can. Sit down. Like, thanks, Jesus. I didn't know you could grant sight to people.
Not Jesus.
Thanks,
Jesus is crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I mean, like now as I get older, like glasses are just like people are like, why don't you get contacts? Like
glasses are part of
glasses. My personality,
right? So like,
if I don't have my glasses, I don't feel like I'm.
That's what I dropped.
If I don't have my glasses, I don't feel like I'm that funny.
Where did I drop them?
I don't know.
They're on the floor. They're not the Brandy 3000s.
Dropping her glasses
all the time.
Oh, the ones without the one arm on them.
Well,
oh my
now
God.
I have a pair without the right-sided arm and one without the left-sided arm. So Brandy 3000, Brandy 3000X.
That's not bad.
Well, you got to name them something else. It can't be the same fucking thing. Then it just sounds stupid.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
It does. It does make.
I don't know. I tell everybody that when I met my grandpa Snook for the first time, he had no arm on his glasses right here. And literally just like that, that's where Dad gets it from. He was leaning on the bed with his one elbow like this. And he was like, you know, a peanut butter jelly sandwich? I'm like, we're in the heart of the ghetto in Milwaukee, mind you. Heart of the projects. We go out, and his house was empty. Now that couch, I walked in, I'm like, nigga, you get robbed? He had nothing in his room.
And he just got let out of prison.
Yeah, like
he had robbed a bank.
Yeah, like just a bed. And I'm like, at least you're sleeping in comfort, but where are you sitting to watch TV?
Just because there's a bed on the floor doesn't mean it's comfortable.
But like he walked over.
But I guess after you get out of prison, that would be.
I feel like
more comfortable than the.
Yeah, I feel like this is the only house I saw with no cabinets.
Really?
I feel like because I didn't see a single cabinet.
I wasn't there then.
Yeah, I didn't see a single cabinet when I walked in there.
Yeah, no.
And he opened a fridge and had like 3 things in the fridge. Maybe some mustard, some lunch meat, and peanut butter.
Kind of like Love After Lockup when she opened the fridge.
And he was like, he was like, well, I ain't got no jelly. And I was like, yeah, I can see that.
Right. You're like, so why ask for peanut butter and jelly?
And he was like, y'all want a peanut butter sandwich? And I was like, I'll eat a brick. Sure, go ahead and give me one.
A brick.
But,
a chewy brick.
Oh my God, I know. Cinder block painted. I don't know, but it wasn't bad seeing him. Then after that, never saw him again. I think he went back to like prison or something.
Well, you saw him then when Brandon moved to the next house because he was like,
in Madison.
Right down. Yeah, because he was right down the street.
Yeah,
from her.
he right on the hallway.
Yeah, so and
like literally 2 doors down.
Yeah, you come out and then you just go
2 doors down.
They don't live that close anymore though. She moved, and I don't know where he's staying now.
That doesn't surprise me that they moved.
But anyways, we shouldn't be like telling everybody's.
Yeah, letting y'all business out there, but. My apologies. It's just funny to talk about because Grandpa Snook, you killed me with that shit when I was a young boy. That was hilarious.
So,
but yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff that happened in Milwaukee. I enjoyed a lot of it. Granted was just
Milwaukee.
Granny was just super strict, and it kind of made it not fun, low key. Like we had fun whenever we went out, but we were out for like all day. Some days we were out all day, and I was like, "Can we just go back home?"
Right.
But here, she like had no like her TV was horrible. She had
she never had any good streaming.
Yeah, she had Roku for like a day. And then next time I went there, next time we went there, she was like, "I got Kubo," and I was like, "What happened to your fun?
Right.
What makes you want to ruin our life like this when we come here?" Like there was no Netflix, no Hulu.
That reminds me of
I was watching Kicking It when I was over there.
In the living room. What was that? Voodoo or Voo?
I have that shit
in my fuck knows?
I have my shit in my room now, and all I have is Netflix and YouTube. And
yep, but that's why I got your new TV.
Ain't shit. So yeah, thanks to Mom for that. But yeah,
that's probably why TT wants to come over and mount your guys' TVs.
Probably, and then she'll be in my room talking shit about how messy it is.
Why don't you clean up? Guess what? It's not your room. It's not your space. If they want to sleep in a messy space,
I try and keep the room clean, but Zachariah just be, oh my god.
We cannot be talking about all the bad stuff about these
big old slob. They're amazing. They're amazing. They're all amazing.
They're all amazing.
And they probably all talk shit about me.
Because this is the podcast. This is what we do. We talk a bunch of mess.
If you don't like that, we cuss. If you don't like, well then maybe it's not for you. And my bad if I'm ear raping the mic. This is our first time. We gonna get better. We gonna go crazy. It's only up from here.
Yeah,
up.
I won't consistently play with my hair, but I do love it. It's very curly right now.
Yeah,
my natural curl is annoying.
Mine's pretty curly too. I know.
Shut up, sucker. Yours used to be really.
It used to be. I used to have
super big,
really long hair, and it used to be long for a long time. And girls were like, I like when your hair was long, and I'm like. Sometimes I think about getting it back, and I'm like, that's too much to maintain all that hair.
And it holds trauma.
And then it gets hot in the summertime.
Hair holds trauma. I don't care what anybody says.
Feels like I'm wearing a tracksuit in the middle of the summer.
A sweater. That's what I say. I feel like I have a sweater on my head.
That's why a lot of people.
What type of psycho is out here in 8-degree weather smoking a cigarette?
Her.
My neighbor.
Our neighbor. That's who we're looking at, right? We got tinted windows. She can't see us looking at her.
Yeah, no. We're not riding in a fishbowl.
Yeah, no, that's dead. It's 2025.
The fucking tint is so dark at nighttime. You almost damn near have to roll the window down.
You better be 73 riding around in a fishbowl. If you're younger than that, get tinted windows.
I'm saying.
Everybody got ops now. We only got tinted windows because I don't want nobody looking in our car whenever we taking part in Kush. If you're not 420 friendly, enjoy the podcast, but like still.
Yeah. Just remember,
a little bit better for you. I don't hate on no one's kind of drug. Everyone has their demons, even with cigarettes. My uncle chain smokes every day.
I think he's up to 2.5 packs now.
I was in maybe like 4. I was in the work truck. He smoked one cigarette and smoked another, and then I was asleep, and he was ashing it out the window, and it was hitting me in the face. And I was like, "Can you fucking stop?" I didn't say that though. I went back to sleep.
At least my brother is kind enough to roll the window down, because in 1986 in the grocery getter, oh no, it wasn't even rolled down that far. It was rolled down. It was literally rolled down only far enough for my dad to stick a cigarette out there and flick it.
That's what Dad used to be.
We are in the back of the grocery getter, which is a station wagon.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Suffocating.
Yeah.
But we're not allowed to roll down the windows. And they go into the gas station and don't get us not a beverage, not a chewing gum.
They got y'all starving.
We're over there like, fucking cottonmouth. He's got a Diet Coke and Mom's got a tea.
Y'all parents had y'all literally in dungeons in the 90s. When y'all
80s.
In the 80s and 90s. And when y'all are like, I can't imagine. That's how Daddy used to be,
70
though.
70 and 80s. No, your dad.
When he would smoke a joint, when you weren't in the car, he'd probably have his window down to like right here, and then flick it out, and then make sure he was decent enough though to hold like the joint right by the window, so that way the smoke could go out and not go back here. But when he had a cigarette, this is what I like. He'd roll the window all the way down and then smoke the cigarette like that.
Oh yeah, because he knows. And your dad is the only person I know who can smoke and stop smoking. Smoke and stop smoking.
It's because he has weed.
So
it's easy to stop smoking cigarettes when you have weed all the time.
That's fair.
I feel like that's not true for everyone, but definitely for my dad. My dad, low key, he outsmoked me. And I tell this story all the time. He outsmoked me, and I was like, bro, I probably could have took like 4 more hits off that bowl he packed, but they don't know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm 18, guys. I'm 18. Don't be over here thinking I'm 35. I'm 18. So I can do that.
He's my middle
It's
baby.
legal. It's legal, especially in Michigan.
My middle
Shout out
baby.
to my Californians, too. Shouts out to them. And my New Jerseyans. My brother from Newark. He's from Newark, New Jersey.
I think it's so funny how his Michigan
oh my God, Ma,
goes right to New Jersey.
You were talking about Jersey, and he was like, "Yeah, I can't wait to go home out there." I'm like, "Nigga, don't switch it up like that." He was you just had a regular accent thing. You're like, "I don't think my grandma gonna let me stay with her," and I'm like, "Bro, stop.
Yes.
You're not in Jersey, bro. Just act like you're still down here." I don't discredit him though, because he was in Jersey for a while, so I can understand where like that accent would start like thickening up for him. That's how I felt when I went to Florida. We were out there for a while. Like I just kind of absorbed like the accent. Like I was talking like friends from Michigan, and then like 2 days later, I was like, "Bro, she's talking about a bit," and I'm like,
well, that's
fuck?
funny. When I went and moved to New York, Long Island, to be a nanny, when I came back, people said it sounded different. I sounded different for a long time, and even when like sometimes when I get angry, which is not very often if you think about it.
Not very often.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I definitely have a different dialect now.
Yeah.
Like a different. Jean, one of my best friends who I did nannying with out there, she's from Minnesota. Now when you talk to her, it's so cute because she's been out there for so long now.
The water.
She's like, "You want to go get some coffee?" I love it.
You start hearing stuff be pronounced different, and that's why I feel like that's why you start you're out there more. Like people who aren't from Philly will go out there and like live out there, and then when they come back, they'll like sound like they're from Philly, and you're like, "Bro, what the fuck? Where you been at?" You're like, "I moved to Philly, yo."
Right. It's strange how that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just a human brain like absorbing. You know, everyone's like a sponge, like absorbing. Like, there's people out here from, like Zayden B, like is from. His accent is so crazy, and he uses it so much that I catch myself doing it. Like, and I'm not even from Newark. I'm from Holland, Michigan, South Side, 19423.
What you see, what you get.
Yeah,
that's what I sound like all the days.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I don't switch it up.
That's not bad.
I don't switch it up.
That's not like totally horrible though.
People are probably thinking, I feel like, why is your mom like lovingly looking at you this whole time? What do you think is on the side of your face that I'm staring at?
A pimple?
A pimple.
Yeah, I know.
A pimple. I want to pop it. It's right here. Yep. Well, you're gonna feel it.
Well, we'll do that after, low-key.
Yeah.
But I feel like accents on a girl aren't that bad. New York accents on a girl are ugly. I don't like it. No disrespect to y'all New York girls, but
I don't think that you can say no disrespect if you like, just said you don't like it.
I don't like it. There's no shade. I'm not throwing any shade. That's
just your personal.
It's not my preference to hear like a girl be talking about where my Tim's at, yo. Hey, yo, nigga, chill out. Like, it be making me feel like my girlfriend will punch me in my throat if I don't find them. Like,
not everybody.
My bad. I'm fixing the camera. But yeah, I feel like that's also not like it feels like different parts of New York have thicker accents.
Oh, they do, definitely.
Like Long Island and Staten Island, like
Long Island is, and there's a lot of.
It's like when they say certain words.
There is a larger population of Italian.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Which is so interesting.
Than African and Middle Eastern, and
it depends on where you go. Like
I know there's a lot of Jamaicans.
Where I was staying was Williston Park and Floral Park. So Floral Park was really kind of a heavy Italian presence, whereas Williston Park was more of a Jewish presence. So the first family I worked for was in Floral Park. She was an Italian mom who was divorced, 3 kids. One had Down syndrome. Amazing kid, adored him. The middle one had ADHD before that was fucking popular. That was rich when you go there.
Yeah, to whisper it to people.
Dude, I have ADHD. Yeah, chill out. And then, the middle kid was just the glass kid. Yeah. Like everybody ignored her because the oldest and the youngest had issues, and she was just pretty chill.
Like the shampoo bottles I talked to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Standing there. Yeah.
So, but And then the second family I went to was Jewish, and they were the first mom, I literally was not a nanny. I was a mom.
Yeah.
Like, she would leave. She was an executive accountant for a Japanese bank in New York.
A Japanese bank?
Yeah. So she would go out there and stay the night in the office.
We know what she was doing in that office, girl.
Sneaky link much? Right. So she wouldn't get home until the next day after work. Right. So I couldn't get a second job. I really couldn't hang out with anybody.
So your whole life, low-key, revolved around
these kids.
Basically,
which is why I moved out there in the first place, because that's what was happening out here. I was young and I was helping to raise everybody's kids. I wanted to go be free. When I got to the second family, amazing. They went to work at 6. They got home at 6. They took their kids on trips. They took them all the places. They did things with them. I got to go on trips. I got to get a second job. Mm-hmm. I could live while I was out there. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was really disheartening and sad when I found out that Alan died. Yeah. That was the dad who I worked for, Alan and Barbara. And he passed away. And it was so sad because he was such a fun guy. Yeah. He was a good dad. Yeah. Yeah. Nomi and Simon were their names. Amazing kids. Yeah. Amazing kids. She's like a professional drummer now. Yeah. And I started taking her to drum lessons.
I think girls who drum are super attractive. Yeah. I think that's an attractive instrument for a girl to play is drums.
It is. And it just shows how well we are at multitasking.
Yeah, for real. Because drums are pretty hard. For people who don't play drums are really hard to play because you think it's easy and you can just bang around, but there's actually things you actually have to do to really learn to play the drums. Well, you gotta
your right hand and your left hand and your right foot have to all do this.
Yeah, for real. And that's the one part I can't get is the little bass drum on the bottom that you have to tap with your foot. I can never get that part.
It's all about perspective. There's no can't. There's just a fail, your first attempt in learning it, and then practice makes progress. Yeah. So the more you practice, the more your muscle memory is going to remember, hey, we got to move that foot.
Yeah. To get that going. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I feel like nannying is amazing. That's not horrible. I feel like a lot more girls nanny than a lot more dudes nanny.
Well, yeah, because remember we just talked about that yesterday. You should go be a nanny, and then I was thinking in my head, how many people are going to actually hire a male nanny,
especially African American male
stereotypes that go along with men.
Being a nanny,
shitty stuff.
We gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. We have so many shitty stereotypes on us that we really gotta do better in this world and start respecting a lot more women. And that's the same way for women too, because I see a lot of girls be disrespecting their boyfriend in front of other people.
Just attitudes. I be watching these shows bitch, I can't even get a dude, and I don't even have an attitude.
You wonder why your man doesn't
talk about bars.
Your man doesn't even you wonder why your man doesn't want to take you anywhere because you don't act right. You're acting like a 4-year-old in the middle of the restaurant because I didn't get you what you want.
Right, and that's not cute.
Yeah, for real, it's really not. It's okay a turn off. It makes you look super unattractive. Exactly.
A little bit of attitude, not I'm gonna pull up to your job, bitch. Where were you?
Yeah, for real. That's not attractive.
That's not even cute. What are you doing? Do you not have a job?
Exactly.
Do you not have a life?
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. A little bit of attitude is attractive, but it goes to a certain point. So there's a certain point where it gets too far, and you start getting disrespected. And you're I'm not gonna let you do this. Now if you have a little bit of attitude, and you're kind of sitting there and I can make you start laughing.
What do we think about Leticia's attitude?
Oh my god, that's not horrible. The more I get older, the more her attitude is dying down a little bit.
Oh yeah, she's
had too many kids to be angry that.
She's really chilling out. The other day, Nellie Belly called me, and something had happened, but I couldn't answer. I was at work. So then she tried to FaceTime me. So I was like, okay, what did Nellie do? Yeah. So when I get off the phone, I call her back. Nellie is like, oh, I didn't need anything. And then Letty calls me back and is like, she was scared because they added her to a group chat.
Oh, yeah, I know what you...
To a group chat, and then there was a boy in there. And she's like, Aunt Brandy, I just told her it's okay. And I'm like, now she'll start to say stuff to you. But if you freak the fuck out, why are you doing that? Guess what? She's never going to tell you not another goddamn thing. Yeah. And what parents seem to forget is kids are human.
Yeah.
You are human.
They're not robots.
Why am I going to be mad that you forgot your fucking homework when half the time I forget my goddamn glasses and I wear the fucking things? Yeah. It's just not okay. It's not okay to expect more. It's not okay to expect higher behaviors from your kids when you can't even model that behavior consistently. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not fair to the kids. It's upsetting. And then people say, "Oh, you're your kid's friend." No, the fuck, I'm not. Exactly. My kids know when they've pushed me too far. Exactly. Do I hang out with my kids? Do I talk to my kids? Do we do car podcasts and all that fun shit? All the Absolutely. Time. But yeah, I also know that my kids are human. Yeah. I also know my kids have been through a lot of trauma, sickness, abuse, essay. Like, there's been a lot. Yeah.
Parents are the biggest influences on their kids, I feel like. The basic influence isn't really social media. It's what your parents are doing that you see and that you take after. Like, people forget that your traits, your DNA is in your kid, and that's a lot of your characteristic traits. So if you're walking around like bullying people and basically just being a microaggressor, your kid's going to be a microaggressor.
Well, and it's a generational curse. That means it's been passed down. Yeah. So that's why this whole generation is about breaking generational curses. Yeah. And that's what we're doing. That's why we got divorced. That's why, and I say we because it's not just fucking me. Yeah. You know, is the divorce different for me? Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. But for you kids, it's still a divorce. Mm-hmm. So why would I say, "Oh, I got
It's divorced"? Not any less what it is. Like, you're still missing out on your dad, your mom, whoever, your aunt, whatever. You're still missing out on them in your life. Like, I feel like divorce isn't horrible for people. I'm glad people can get out of that situation and leave, because there's a lot of people who really can't. And it just makes me like glad. Like in the Pursuit of Happiness movie, mm-hmm. even though his mom left, like he was still doing everything to like raise his son and do good by his son and make sure him and his son
people
have a comfortable place to live. People do that every single
day. It's all about perspective. We've talked about this. Like, you could really look at living with your kids who look like your baby daddy or your baby mama, mm-hmm. and you go, "Oh, I'm so mad because you look like them." No, I am, and I will shout this to the tops of all the trees and mountains. Yeah. I got the best parts of your dad. Mm-hmm. Like, y'all look like your dad. You have the good behaviors, the stuff that we see only sporadically from your dad. Yeah. So the fact that y'all look like him and I get to experience healthy parts of him, I'm in heaven. Yeah. I'm in heaven. Am I lonely? Sometimes, yeah, but not lonely enough to go back. Yeah. You know what I mean? I would rather be lonely and hugging on my goddamn pillow than go back to being miserable and abused and cheated on, mm-hmm. and all the things. Yeah. So
it's hard to find a good partner now in this generation. Like, cheating and being toxic is so normalized that now it's hard to find someone who will really like be there for you, unless you've really known them for a long time. But when you have a friend like that, or even just someone you're close with, and kind of hearing everyone be like, "Y'all should be together," it kind of ruins it for you almost. Like,
well, it turns it from something
you're like, bro, you're giving us this label to the point where forced. Now we're overthinking it, and now we're like, man, I don't even know if we should get together at this point. Yep. Because I could tell me and Savannah, like, my friend were getting really, I don't mean to name drop, my bad. Me and my friend were getting really close, and maybe I'm just reading like too into it, but like, I don't know. Like, I was like, dang, like this could really like spark, and then I was hearing everyone say shit. And I'm like, bro, y'all are ruining this for me. Like, y'all are, for us, basically, like, y'all are just giving us
so much pressure.
Yeah, that this should happen. That now it's not even like, I don't even get to barely know that person like that anymore. Like,
right, you don't get to learn and understand.
Yeah, exactly.
They've already put you into this
box of we should be together.
We're already fucking married at this point.
Yeah, for real.
That's not it. You're learning and you're understanding and you're communicating.
And life will always keep going. Like, everyone, like, tomorrow's not promised. Even 2 seconds from now is not promised. So I'm not going to sit here dwelling on like, oh my God, this could really happen, writing in a journal about it. Like,
I don't mind journaling. I don't think there's anything wrong with journaling, and I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm. And journaling worked for you when you needed it. Yeah. It really, really did.
Yeah. I put it into my music now.
Yeah. So journaling is amazing a way to get out all the negative shit in your mind so it doesn't keep rolling around and recycling.
Yeah.
Write it down. Write it down. And then your brain isn't just going to hold on to it and keep recycling it. And then in my experience, when I'm journaling, if I write something negative, I have to write something positive. So that I'm like at the end of my journaling, I talk about what I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
Even if it's a bad fucking couple of moments, because to me there's no bad days, only bad moments,
Yeah.
and that's my opinion. Opinions are like assholes. I don't worry about your asshole, don't worry about my fucking opinion. That's how I feel about that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that too. Everyone has their own opinion. I be giving people advice, but I see it not a lot of people take it. The advice is really good. I'm like, take what you want from it. Honestly, like, I'm just gonna keep it tall with you. I'm not gonna sit here and like feed your ego and let you be miserable and feed you that company. Like,
my kid or my
no,
kids.
I'm gonna tell you right from wrong and what you should and should not be doing. Even if you are a lot older than me, I'm gonna still try and give you a little bit of advice. But I feel like that's a lot of what the older people's kind of problem is. They don't really listen to the younger people, even though they want us to be like, listen to the younger people. Y'all don't really, they don't really listen to us younger people. You just kind of like beat around the bush of our thoughts. But like, I feel like if more was put into the youth about their thought process and the way they're feeling and their mental health and a school especially, not a lot of problems would be going on right now as there is with the youth.
Well, I'm not sure. I think that the problem with the youth is we're all trying to heal generational curses and we're not paying attention to the youth that we have and how they're responding. And like you're trying to teach communication, but you're still fucking yelling at your kid like they're going to hear you. So like how often do I yell?
Not a lot.
Not hardly. I don't communicate that way.
Yeah.
I'm a talker. We're going to talk this shit out.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't like it, well, that's too goddamn bad. But I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to, I'm just not going to take your privacy.
Yeah.
That's just not who I am. I just want the communication to be open. And I think that people my age who are healing from all the bullshit we went through as kids, which are not excuses, only explanations.
Yeah.
So, even myself, I'm trying to heal that communication gap that me and my parents did not have. Like my mom and dad did not talk to me about kids and how they were made and the birds and the bees, and I've been talking.
Unlike you,
right? I tell you right up
my
to
God.
Zayden asked you if you want.
Oh my God! I should never have said the truth.
Yep,
I should have said I don't want any of it.
Yep.
I literally.
If you would have said lie, I would have said a stork. That's not what you said.
I asked my mom how babies were made when I was young. I don't know. I don't remember how old I was.
I
think I was about 4. And my brother was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "You shouldn't even have asked her that." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "You'll see." And then he'll be like, "Go ahead, mom." And my mom was like, "Do you want the truth or a lie?" And I was like, "The truth." My mom proceeds to tell me how babies are made, how the penis goes into the vagina, and he strokes like 4 times, and then gets released and fertilizes the egg, and then the egg gets let down, and then all this shit. My mom proceeds to go in to tell me how the baby is formed and fed and then birthed.
Yes, I did.
And I was like, I did not ask for all this shit, but thank you. Now I'm smart about it. Now I'd be telling like,
P.S. I have a medical background. That is exactly why I do that. And you know what? I have 4 kids, 25,
and none of us have
18,
kids,
and a 16, and none of them have kids or want kids right now. They all know about STDs or STIs, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Yeah.
I am not a hider. Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you.
And parents, don't hide that shit, bud.
No.
Because when you hide it and when you start beating around the bush, kids want to learn for themselves. And that's how a lot of kids get pregnant, is they want to learn about it themselves because they've never been taught fully the repercussions that sex has. It's a beautiful thing. Everyone goes through it. But don't be so eager, like, just tell your kids and be straight up with them.
I just don't understand why parents are embarrassed to talk about it.
Or show them the Discovery Channel of 2 rhinos getting it on. And then be like, this is how babies are made. Don't do this unless you're protected. All that. Like,
look, best friend, if you're a parent, talk to your fucking kids about sex. It's not embarrassing. It's not, oh my God, taboo. No, bitch.
It's sex.
Sit them down and talk about it so that they're not trying to look at porn.
Yeah.
They're not trying to ask their friends. They're not trying to learn on their own. talk to them.
Yeah.
Give them open dialogue. Let them know that, hey, we know we can't stop you from having sex, but we want you to be safe
and prepared.
So come to me when you're ready. If I think you're 14 and you come to me for condoms, I'm be like,
I haven't even talked to you about it yet. Why do you need condoms?
It wasn't even until you were almost 17 that you were like, Mom, I would like to have some condoms.
Then my grandma bought me them for Christmas.
Why is that embarrassing again? So it's either that or a pregnancy that you're not ready for.
Yeah.
Now everybody has their opinion on whether you should have an abortion or have opinions are like assholes. I don't worry about yours. Why would you worry about mine?
Exactly.
So, talk to your fucking kids, dude. 16 and pregnant on MTV is not the way to learn. I don't want to be raping the microphone.
Yeah, I know. You're just like super far away, and I'm like, I want to make sure they hear you because this is game. And 16 and pregnant, that's not something you want to be on.
I've been watching it since it came out. It is not the way to learn. You need to sit down with your kids because when it comes from you, it's different than when it comes from TV or a friend or health class. It is not health class's job
to teach your kids
about the basics of sex.
Yeah.
And what happens if you have unprotected sex? What happens? P.S. Boys, if you go have sex,
always put on a glove. Always put one on.
Provide your own glove. Because guess what? Women, we all know we're sneaky bitches. I'm not a sneaky bitch. However, there are sneaky bitches that will be poking holes in your boys' condoms. Teach them to take their own fucking condoms. Period. They should be in charge of how and who and when. Girls should be taking care of their own things as well. However, it's the boy
that does it. So just wear them, guys.
Just wear it. Glove up before you love up.
It's not corny. It's not corny. It helps
Rubber before you hug her.
It helps you and it helps her too. Yeah. Ice. Yeah. Over here.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah,
I got bars today.
It wasn't bad.
You should be writing shit down.
Mom does have bars today.
We should be writing shit down.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. You have a little bit of trouble with the beat. I make music. I rap. Be ready.
And he's actually really good, and that's not just because he's my kid.
Yeah, no, I'm actually like really good. I'm a senior now. I'm about to graduate. I've been rapping since 6th grade.
He'll have to rap for you sometime. Yeah, he's pretty good. I, on the other hand, cannot rap. I can sing. I cannot rap.
Yeah. And I don't rap like everyone else does. It's super gangster, like kill a dudes. No, I rap some real stuff that I've really been through, that I've really done. And that's not to say that all these dudes out here who rap haven't done what they're doing. I'm just saying, like, don't lie about what you're rapping about, because I know a lot of people who do that, and it gets kind of annoying because it's like you're just doing this and they're not even good with the beat. They're not even good with the flow. So it's just need a lot of work, but I'm not shitting on nobody's craft. Do whatever you believe you're good at. Do what you're good at. Like, just be yourself, low key. I'm not gonna lie. Now, if you're any of my brothers, no hate, Zach and Zayden, y'all can't rap. Don't do it. Stay off the beat. Stay on cars and stay on the football field.
That is crazy.
Y'all are not good. Y'all are not good.
And before we close out of our first podcast,
we have like a whole lot of time left.
I need to say it right now or I'll forget. Hello, ADHD. Have we met? And age. I'm just throwing that out there. See, I already fucking forgot. Rude.
That was you who continued to talk.
I did. What was I going to say?
I have no clue.
What were you talking about?
I was talking about how my brothers weren't good at rapping.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. P.S. This is our page. If you don't like what we have to say or the conversation or something makes you offended, there's a unfollow button, because this is right, because guess what, we are real people with real feelings, real opinions,
just like everyone
right, and I should not have to explain I mean it like this, not like that. Guess what, I can't control how you take it or how you respond to it. It's none of my fucking business, and honestly, I don't care.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't care about your feelings. Feelings are not facts, right? So if we're talking about facts and you get a feeling, it doesn't make it the truth.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, exactly.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood.
Yeah. I saw something Zach said yesterday. He was like, I'll always support my homies. They were talking about rap. And I was like, I'm going to hate on my nigga till the day he died. I'm going to hate on him. Because guess what? I'd rather me tell my homeboy he trash than another dude come out and tell him he trash and be disrespectful about it. And now he in a whole quarrel and now he can't make music no
Why
more.
can't it be constructive? Why does it got to be talking trash? Why can't you just speak constructive?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a hate. I'm gonna be. I'm a hate. I'm gonna be constructive. Like I don't know. My hate is low key constructive. Like if I tell you you're trash and I tell you what you need to work on,
you can't say that. If you say you're trash, that's not constructive. That's just me.
But I'm not gonna come right out and be like, "You're ass. Never make music again. Hop out the studio." No, I'm gonna just be like, "It's not that good. You need a little bit of work. You know, rocking with the flow." Like Zach.
Why wouldn't you just say to Zach something like, "Hey, I can see that you're trying to rap, but like,"
because he doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't.
He ain't gonna listen to me.
No, he's not.
I told him so many times that he needs to
Zachariah is very much his own
and he like,
person.
I don't care.
He does not give a flying fuck what you think, what you feel, how you feel it, when you feel it, where you feel it. He does not care. Unless you're Leslie.
Oh my God.
Leslie is his soon-to-be wife someday, his high school sweetheart.
If we were all running from zombies, he would knock me over and get to her.
Yeah, he would.
Like, get the fuck out. You ever seen White Chicks? Move, bitch! On the way to the bathroom. And run to
I think he would do that to
girl.
His mom's too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
he'd probably knock all of his siblings over.
I would think so.
And we'd be like, Zach! And then we'd all get eaten. And he'd
so he's got 5?
He'd be like,
all
bad.
8 of his siblings.
Yeah,
9.
My brother got a lot of siblings. I could never do
if we could speak about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bro, oh my God, bro. That's so hilarious. I cannot even believe, like, he came over and was, like, saying that. It was just wild. Well, hold on.
Shocked.
One thing I won't talk about on here is politics. That's one thing. That's one thing I don't get into.
Nope.
You vote for who you fucking vote for. That's not my business. Me personally, I'll probably never vote a day in my life.
Well, because it's rigged.
Because it's rigged.
It's rigged.
And at the same time, too, I don't care. Like there's some good like parties out there and good political parties and good bad parties, but at the same time, then what is it gonna fix? Like what me voting is not gonna fix the issue that's like really like at hand. It's just gonna.
Well, and the president doesn't run all the issues.
Exactly. At the same time,
we need to start worrying about who's in Congress.
So I'm not. That's one thing I'm not gonna talk about is political parties and who
we're here
who
to
we
have
voted
fun.
for and who exactly and drop
we're
game
here to
and
laugh
drop gems. I'm not gonna hear. If y'all want to talk about politics, y'all can go on to some other podcast or watch the news.
We won't miss you.
But I'm not here to talk about that.
No.
Shit.
But if you're here to have fun and you have your own political views, hey, have at it. But don't bring your political views to us.
Exactly. And into the comments and ask us how we
gotta stop. My phone is really hot. It's gonna turn off. It's because it's in the sun.
Yeah, true. All right, guys. We really enjoyed this. We had a lot of fun. We'll be back soon, and stay tuned for our next episode. Our next one will be on the way to Detroit to see Marlon Wayne. Stay tuned for that 2-hour show.
Yes, because we're gonna do something the whole way.
For a while. Yeah, we're gonna do something the whole way.
Some random shit. You're gonna see the car is our safe place.
Yeah.
So you can talk about whatever you want. It's really, we speak and we don't judge.
Yeah.
This the space that the car is, right? So like 2 hours of just talking, random conversation. You're going to hear a lot of different shit. It's going to feel very random. Like it was today. I have ADHD and I bounce.
We're kind of all over the place. Yep. I like rambling. I like talking.
And I forget shit super fast.
Exactly.
So don't be surprised if I'm like, oh, I don't remember.
Yeah,
because I just don't.
Exactly.
And it's okay. It's okay. I don't remember.
We really. But hope you guys enjoy this. We'll be back here pretty soon.
Yes, I know we will, best friend. Smile.
Yeah. You are watching TB's Carcast. We out of here.